few others. Those people, hopscotch, you know what you are. I don't want to fuck with you. I don't know what you are anyway. Yeah, I respect you.
Yeah, who gives a fuck about those?
Don't go away, 'cause right now, we got a special guest. This is the East Coast porn manager, porn mogul, porn son of a bitch, Scott Corcoran, King Spo-it. He's gonna rock your world with some fucking words, and you know it. That's a fucking rhyme, too.
Right on, boy.
Hey, how about Death to Society? Whoa! Keith Moon, yeah! Way to go, man. Fuck it. Fuck it. You know, I've been doing a lot of comedy gigs since Spo-its got banned everywhere in the fucking world and we can't play anymore. And if y'all would play a great show like this and just keep going at this level, this might be the 4th best Scumfest ever. And that we played 3 of the other ones, and it's not even going to be in contention with those. But it could be the 4th best.
Hey, man.
What's that?
What's up, man?
But anyway, I want to, you know, a lot of times I go up here doing stand-up, and you all know I'm a sensitive poet. That I have a soul that leaks stuff out all over the place, and just for people to lap it up. And really am more of a poet than a stand-up. So I'm going to start you off with some love poetry.
Keep it in your bag.
More accurately, haikus of my sexual positions. Y'all might want to get out Urban Dictionary on this one. Blunkin is most fun it is possible to have on common toilet. Blunkin is fun way to get toilet dirty. 2 different ways. Blunk is much more fun when she cleans the toilet first while naked. The Cleveland Steamer. I shit on my lover's chest. Smells like victory. The Dirty Sanchez. Everyone's Picasso with poop-covered dick. The Dirty Sanchez. A trip to Mexico with poop-covered dick. The Dirty Sanchez. My poop dick says you need an awesome mustache. With dick up her ass, donkey punch girl's head. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Lover is onion. Because I cry when I cut her. At furry party, animal costumes and sex. Some things are just wrong. Alright, one more poem. I had a granny that was a tranny. She used to spank me on my fanny. Always pretty, never manly, and never forgot to hide her candy. My granny tranny. Alright, so you like this. Usually, I do these open mics at like hippie, coffee shops, and I did Conyers, Georgia. I found myself explaining a lot of my jokes in Conyers, Georgia, to a lot of blank stares. But usually I tone myself all the way the fuck down, take it all the way down to 1, and they're still like, oh my fucking God. But here I am among my own people, artists, writers, musicians, drug addicts, crackheads, the criminally insane. I feel like I'm going to turn it all the way the fuck up. And I'll start this little story about a friend of mine. By the way, this is not about the owner of the club, The Wormhole, that we're banned at, even though her name is Amy. Amy's daddy had a vagina. And it was all stretched out. But how can a man have a vagina? And how did it get so stretched out? Well, let me tell you the story. Amy's daddy kept squirrels in his vagina. So Amy's daddy's vagina always smelled like squirrels and squirrel shit. Amy's daddy did not mind the squirrels in his vagina, except when they chewed on his nuts. Amy's daddy did not know why the squirrels in his vagina chewed on his nuts. It might have been because all the squirrels in Amy's daddy's vagina had testicular cancer. Amy's daddy and Amy went to the Waffle House to get some waffles and sweet tea. She loved waffles and sweet tea so much. She saw Pastor James with his little girl Amanda eating waffles already. Amy called Amanda a dirty fucking whore because she knew that Amanda liked to play with Daddy's vagina squirrels in the tool shed in the backyard. Amy's daddy loved Amy more than anybody else in the whole world. He loved her in her poop hole, and her pee hole, and her pie hole. Every day of the week except Sunday. Sunday was a special day. I got one about you later. On Sunday, they would go to church, and they'd listen to Pastor James talk about Jesus, and how Jesus always voted Republican, and how Jesus could raise the dead and cure the sick. Pastor James, he could raise the dead and cure the sick too. If you believed in Jesus and you had lots and lots of money. Amy wished she had lots of money. Then she could give it to Jesus. And they could cure her pee hole. Where it'll all burny and itchy when she peed. So anyway, Amy got the waffles and the sweet tea. And Amy's daddy, he got a bowl of bird's chili, scattered, smothered, covered, and snuffed. And after dinner, Amy's daddy crapped in her mouth. Told Amy to pay particular attention to the flavor, because if it was too salty or if it was too sweet, Amy's daddy's colon might be a little sick, and then he'd have to go and get his colon healed by Pastor James in the rectory. Amy's daddy had a great idea for making lots and lots of money. Amy could show her pee hole on the webcam on the internet. Wow, what an idea. But it was such hard work, and Amy's pee hole was so itchy she'd be scratching on it, and her daddy would be yelling at her, "Nobody is gonna pay to watch you scratch your dirty, itchy, chubby cunt." But Amy knew her daddy was wrong. The boys at school would always pay to watch her scratch her dirty, itchy, chubby cunt. All right, y'all liking that one? You like the incest humor, huh? Well, I know that in North Carolina there's a big, big love for incest humor. And even if you don't love it, I'm going to keep giving it to you, just like your daddy. Tonya was the youngest rape incest victim ever to give birth. Funny story about that. Tonya was raped simultaneously by her father and grandfather while still in her mother's womb. Now that would be a trick in and of itself if Keith had not been both people simultaneously. Due to years and years and generations of inbreeding in a dire and hormone-filled, factory-raised beef, the Gibbons' clan had been given birth younger and younger and younger and younger, one more younger, and younger, until little Tonya came into heat 1 month before she was born. Keith, or as Tonya would later call him, Grandpa Daddy, that is when she learned to talk, was coming home from the 7-Eleven with loving on his mind, kind of drunk. Mama, she was greeting at the Walmart, and little Missy, she was coloring on her homeschooling at the kitchen table. Now Keith, he thought he was just basting a bun that was already in the oven, but due to his penis of unusual size and the unlikely alignment of both vaginas, little Bubba was conceived. Here's Bubba back there on the drums. Hey Bubba! Cute as a trailer tribble. I had to explain that one at Conyers. That's a Star Trek reference. Tribble's a little cute thing that, born pregnant, eats everything, destroys the whole planet, that sort of thing. So anyway, Tonya, she knew that she knew something was wrong right away. She was powerful, hungry at the supper table. She was eating for 3 now, kind of like a human turducken. So she crawled into her toy box full of sock monkeys and Happy Meal toys, and she gave birth to little Bubba. Mama, come look at this fat baby I done had. That baby ain't fat. That son's done been knocked up. Well, later on, when Tonya could look at books, they gave her a book of brides and pretty weddings, and she wished she could be a bride, and she wished she could have herself a pretty wedding. But then Keith would have to divorce Mama, and that would just be wrong. I'm King Spo-it. I got one more set to come out later. Oh, get back to Wolf here.
Let's give it up to Scott. Yeah! Porn mogul of Eastern America. Yeah, you know he's a porn mogul because he wears a camera. And he'll be back later, but if you see him in the ladies' bathroom with a camera, he's just checking out the talent, all right? All right, next. Hey, don't leave yet. I got a public service announcement. Just want to let you know there's no smoking in here, okay? Now, one more time, Bert. See that? Ooh, it's a circle. Ooh. Okay, I'm still tripping. Why did they get me in the fucking back room? I don't know. All right. Next up, it's the fucking porno king of the Northeast. This man one of you tonight will be saying, "Oh God," to him tonight. And we are talking about Scott Corkin. One more time for Scott.
All right. Well, I've heard. How about fucking Rape Goat? My fucking God! How fucking great are they? My God! Man, I haven't heard anything so good since fucking, God, I don't know when. Oh man, I love. Now this is one thing. I am here on the stage, playing after Rape Goat, and nobody can fucking take that away from me. Fuck yeah. So anyway, I got a dirty, filthy mouth. It's true. You know, I say just about anything that comes about, no filter. And I get in trouble with a few words I say: shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, mother, tits. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, mother, tits. George Carlin's 7 words you can't say on TV. But of those 7, a lot of them are kind of archaic, because nobody gives like a damn about shit and piss in case somebody's shitting in somebody else's mouth, and they really just don't care. Nobody fucking cares. Fuck doesn't even mean fuck anymore. It means very much so. And it means ruined with a penis. So, you know, but my favorite word of all of these is a 4-letter word, starts with C, ends with T, means a woman. Or the hole in a woman for the insertion of penis and the extrusion of babies.
What about hermaphrodites?
And hermaphrodites, I love hermaphrodites. I love every single one. But we've already gone to the hermaphroditic, pet-hoarding, molesting fathers that they first said, so we're going on to different territory now. So it's the same theme, but a different place. So, but my favorite word, of course, is cunt. I love all cunt. I was like saying cunt. I just taste on it. I like old cunt. I like young cunt. I like Filipino cunt, Chinese cunt, midget cunt, hermaphrodite cunt if I could find some. Black cunt, white cunt, have you any wool? Yes sir, yes sir. 3 bags full. I could talk about cunt for an hour and never come to any kind of conclusion. I guess you might say I just beat around the bush. At a party once in another town, I saw this dyke going down. My friends was disgusted by the open display. But with these big girls, I wish to play. Fighting and winning against all the rest of the women they want to molest. Cunt. Oh, man. It's, you know, I played, last week I played the Claremont Lounge in Atlanta. I played with the American League. Oh, man, I love the fucking Claremont. Oh, my God. Only trouble is I spent all my gig money on lap dances. And, there's this one girl, Portia, I was like, 65-year-old, she's going to retire at 66 next year and get Social Security from her stripping. Now, she was dressed in this thing, kind of a cross between Heidi and Little Bo Peep, and she had to like pull her granny panties aside, and she had 2 rings that had LED red lights flashing. That's the way to the granny hole. Woohoo! So yeah, she's going on Social Security. Answered my question. Yes, occasionally the girls at the Claremont do retire. Oh my God, I love her. I love Granny so much, and she loves me too. All right, so I got a story for you. Larry was the whitest person ever to attempt to rap. Y'all like rap music here, right? He called himself the White Tiger, but his friends called him Poppin' Fresh. Usually rappers employ clever wordplay, rhyming performance, and some kind of dancing moves to rock whatever sort of house they happen to be in at the time. All of these things were a mystery to Larry. Even the most basic of rap stylings, braggadocio, was well beyond his verbal skill set. This is probably because Larry had a realistic appreciation of his physical and romantic prowess. But he had to try to work himself up to write some kind of dope rhymes about the size of his penis. He'd go over to the Asian kids until they made him feel stupid, which did not take long. Then he'd go over to the special needs, and he'd be telling them about the clever stylings of his rhymes and how like dope they all were, until the behavior disorders started rapping themselves. Sad truth is, tard rap was better than anything Larry could accomplish. Tard rap, yes. You've all heard tard rap, right? It's a genre. ICP's big into big. That's tard rap. Oh my God, ICP's coming to Raleigh. I'll find someplace else to be. Thank you. So anyway, but there's one thing. Oh, and Larry never went over to the black kids. They scared the fuck out of him. They said they were going to get medieval on his buttocks should he ever try to rap one time again in their presence. But there was one thing Larry could always rap about, and that was his romantic conquests. Because Larry was a motherfucker. And that he actually had sex with his mother. His friend Doug said, Larry, you know, your mom is technically guilty of statutory rape. Can't statutorily rape the willing. It was clear Larry would never be a lawyer. So Larry's mom was all hazy about this incest incident. She'd come home very, one more very, maybe two more varies, very drunk. And the whole thing was just sort of a blur to her, but she did remember waking up in a pool of spunk and regret. She'd have her boyfriends over and, hey Tom, you like my mom? Yeah, you know, we're getting along good, we've been going on a few dates. I totally hit that first. But more than all, she just wished Larry would shut the hell up about the whole thing. But this was not going to happen because he had written his dopest rhyme about the incident. Dropped out my mama's pussy on my face, a big grin, but it wasn't too long before I jumped back in. Smacking mom pussy, the law says it's wrong, but I got a bigger dick than the city of Hong Kong. You like the rap music here in Raleigh, yeah, man. Usually, you know, I just sort of leave my family alone on all these things, you know, because it's enough to deal with me. And, you know, I went on the Jerry Springer show. A lot of y'all know this. Did 3 shows, one with the band Spo-its, and 2 playing the boyfriend of the prostitute. And my mom was looking at me like, Scott, what do you want to go on the Jerry Springer show for? $50. You get a plane trip there, they pay, and $50.
I'll go twice.
You go twice. And it was so much fun. I mean, Chicago is strange. Like the people that settled there were like mixed Polish and German. You put them out in a place, feed them with potatoes, and you got a lot of wind going on there. You don't have a lot of local talent. And we arrived with some prime Atlanta strippers, and we ran that fucking city. It was so much fun. My buddy Jay, Dick Delicious, the guy I punched out during both the episodes, they were like, Scott, you ought to like get in really early, you know, you and Jay, just don't go out too late, you know, maybe have dinner or something. Oh no, man, we're going out all fucking night, man. We'll be back in time for taping at 8, don't worry. Oh no, you gotta be fresh. Man, you paid me $50, I'm going fucking out. You know, I'm going out. But you guys, if you've ever seen Kurt and Courtney, our manager and producer on Springer was the guy in the blue mask that was talking to Duce. So that's the guy, the Reverend Bud Green. And he called me up at 8 o'clock and he's like, Scott, y'all ready to get up and go? I said, yeah, I'm ready, but Jay went out looking for heroin a couple hours ago and he's not back yet. I don't know what happened to him. All right, he's gone. But we're at a metal show and it's getting a little cooler. It's still pretty hot, but I'm thinking about Christmas. So I'm going to start us off with a little early with a little Christmas poem. Santa went to Los Angeles. He walked down Sunset Strip. Santa longed to learn to dig that heavy metal scene. Santa knew he was out of touch with all the boys and girls. I don't want no wooden duck. I want some bondage toys. Molly was no longer happy with her Barbie and her Ken. She wanted to go to the Poison Show, where she could learn to sin. Billy was no longer happy with his Disney flick. He wanted leather pants to wear on his throbbing dick. So Santa went to the metal show to see where it was at, but they wouldn't let him in the door. He wore no cowboy hat. This pissed Santa off, as you might already know. He needed him some metal clothes to get into the show. So Santa, he went down to the Decadent Boutique. He bought himself some snakeskin boots looking mighty chic. And around his big old gut, a wrestler belt around his big old gut, he was feeling confident he could fuck a metal slut. And then on top of all of that, a 10-gallon cowboy chapeau, one with feathers round the brim to get into the show. But Santa, he looked up and there was a sign on the wall, tattoos and piercings that extolled the one and all. So Santa, he jumped in the chair to get his nipples done. It wasn't long until he found that pain was lots of fun. But Santa, he really wanted to feel it on his dick. A metal rod through the head, tattoo saying, I'm Saint Nick. So Santa went to the metal bar and Poison was the band. Sluts had come from miles around with a band fucking plan. Santa met a metal slut. She offered him cocaine. He shot himself a main line and even hit the vein. Santa and the metal slut went to the Ritz Hotel. He tied her to his bed of pain and beat her. It was swell. But Santa, he was really drunk, slamming real cheap beer. When he woke up, he shot the girl and molested his reindeer. He fucked Dancer and Dasher and Prancer and Vixen, Donner and Kim Dark Wilson. But Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer sure did make a tasty stew. And just for added flavor, Santa threw the bitch in too. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. Now they're just as dead as he is, part of Santa's necrophilic games. So Santa, he went to GIT. Now he plays in all the bars and sold his soul to Satan to become a heavy metal star. I'm King Spo-it. Good night. Kiss up next. And burlesque.
Scott, you make me seem clean.
Oh, thanks,